My name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
On Saturday takes place out at Hollywoodbets Greyville. We've got one race on the turf and we've got 8 races on the poly track. It is KZN Breeders' Day. The race on the turf will be the KZN Breeders' Mile, with a race for a gross stake of 600,000 Rand, and we've got 4 of the races with the race for 150,000 Rand, and those are the races on the poly track. Joining me in studio is Dees Dynant, and Dees, how are you doing? And having a look at the final field for the Hollywoodbets Durbanville, we obviously watched the gallops on Thursday here at Hollywoodbets Greyville, and the gallops sometimes are an indicator of the horse's well-being, and some horses stand out, but yesterday it was hard to pick out a horse that didn't particularly look good and gallop well.
Well, that's what expected. Racing fans, I trusted you well. It's a big week leading up to the premier race on the continent. Yeah, coming back to the gallops, Rael, for me personally, it's just, for the trainer, it's part of the rules that you have to gallop for the Hollywoodbets Durbanville, whether you do it here in KZN, if your horse is positioned here, or you up in any other province, you have to record the gallop. But yeah, it's just for the racing fans to come out and have a look at their fancies and see the final workout. So that is what it is. Some guys use it as a serious guide when they try to look at times, etc. Personally, I just like the whole tradition of it.
Yeah, there's a great atmosphere, great vibe, and certainly that something that the punting public look forward to. But let's get into the race meeting on Saturday. Race number 1, 12:35, the off-time, a juvenile plate over the 1200 meter trip, and we've got a rerun for you that of Wild at War when finishing 6th, and that was in the gold medallion.
In one more's there. Wild at War towards the outside. Winds of Change. Pistol Pete needs some running green. Proceeds running on in Cosmic Speed's on the outside. Last 100 meters low. Cosmic Speed and Proceed. These are the two. Proceed's going on though. Proceed has won at Cosmic Speed. Winds of Change and one more.
Well, there we saw Wild at War running 6th in the Grade 1 gold medallion on sprint day out at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. Pilasande Mkoli takes a ride for Candace Dawson, and this 2-year-old son of the non-platina looks to be a big player in race number 1. You've got Danton from Santon, who is the odds-on favourite in the first race. He's at around 8 to 10 in the market. Richard Fourie takes a ride. Pierce Stradum has been aboard him in 5 of his 6 starts to date, and 8 to 10, 4 to 1 about Wild at War. Kalahari Roller at 7 to 1. First timer that's found support, number 4, Loon Luck from the Stuart Ferry yard, 20 to 1 into 7 to 1. Interesting betting support for this horse, but I think it could be a 2-horse race between numbers 5 and 7. I think Wild at War's last out was quite encouraging, and 1200 meters, I don't think it's a distance that is a concern for him. I think he'll enjoy the poly track as well, and he's going to be the narrow first selection for me. I think he offers some decent value at 4 to 1.
Yeah, I think experience could be key here with these 2 horses because they've both had 6 runs apiece. One's a 2-time winner, and receiving the 2 kgs is number 7 Wild at War from Danton from Stanton. One thing that racing fans will know over the years that Sean Terry, who supports the KZN sales, he does aim his horses at these race meetings, and he's had a lot of success in the past. And he's got some nice runners throughout the day. If you had to pick out one trainer to possibly follow on the day, the way he's placed his horses, it will be Sean. And number 5, Danton from Stanton, when you pull out his last form line behind Chocolate Soldier, you'll see Corne Species runners since come out to win. And Simply Majestic has come out to win. So that form line's looking good. I'm actually surprised that he's in the red because there is a line of form behind Proceed, as you can see on the 27th of April. That was Danton from Stanton, finished 6 lengths behind Proceed. And of course, Wild at War running behind Proceed in a highly competitive race, which was the gold medallion, running 5 lengths behind the Sean Terry runner. So there is a line of form between the two. Of course, the poly track is the unknown between them, Rael, so that could be a factor. But both those runners will be popular choices for the bipot, or the, 9 races carded for the first pick 3, I would think. But of the balance of the runners, you know, you mentioned the first timer. I don't know what you made of that fillies run first time out, Wendy Whitehead's runner called Sun in My Pocket, because whilst it was a weak field, all she could do was show herself, and she showed herself up well.
Yeah, she ran a real cracker in that second position, and at one stage of the race she actually looked like she was going to go on to win at the 300. I think it looked in the bag for this filly, but I'm not sure, Dees, because I think these two horses set quite a high standard, and what this filly met on debut, I don't think it's particularly to this level just yet, but I think she can run a nice race. The one positive for her, well, the two positives is that gate 1, and she's got just 53.5 kgs on the back, so if I was looking for positives, those would be the positive. But the negative is that she does meet two horses that have been tested at group level, and she's just a maiden that ran in quite a shallow maiden, as you alluded to. So I wouldn't be in a camp, but I'd include her for trifectas and quartets.
So first pick 3, how many numbers for you?
Just 2 horses, 5 and 7.
Yeah, 5 and 7 could be the play. That will be the popular choices. We've had some results recently on the Polytrack Racing Fan, so look sharp. If you like horses that you think could possibly trouble the more fancied runners, my suggestion is go for it. In race number 1, if you're playing to beat numbers 5 and 7, the filly that you have to take note of is the lightly weighted number 1, Sun in My Pocket. And Ryle did mention there is some money for horse number 4.
Good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, you know, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.